It's Tuesday, February 21st, 2012. You've tuned into the 404 show on CNET. I'm Jeff Bakalar.
I'm Ty Pendlebury.
And I'm Justin Yu.
And this is the show where it's the first day of the rest of our lives, isn't it?
Kind of.
My. Things have changed, and you know what? We're pushing forward.
Yeah.
Okay? It's the first day.
I'm a little nervous, actually.
Are you really?
Not at all.
Okay, good. That's what I want to hear. Welcome to the show, Ty Pendlebury.
G'day.
Our good buddy from Down Under.
How you going?
How are you, man?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going great.
All right, that's awesome. Also want to bring attention to our good buddy Richard Peterson switching
Yes!
on the ones and twos today. How you doing, Richard? Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate that, buddy.
Definitely
Thank you.
appreciate that.
So, yeah, it's a new show, and I think we sort of owe this to our listeners to be a little transparent about what's happening to the 404.
Okay, we're shutting it down.
It's over. This is
Done. Last
We're
week of shows.
kidding. Even Ty was scared. He was like,
Yeah.
I was like, what?
should I leave?
Yeah, so we're going to be, well, we haven't really decided on who's going to be the new replacement for Wilson yet, because those are big shoes to fill.
Right.
Literally, he wore big shoes.
He was like a size 15.
Yeah,
It was ridiculous.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
he would leave his shoes around the office, too, which is a little disturbing. But we haven't found a replacement yet, but in the meantime, we're going to have a rotating guest list of CNET employees.
Which
that
is
come in
kind
and
of
help us
awesome.
out. Yeah. Starting with Ty.
Starting with Ty, and Ty, you're going to try and be here as much as you can, maybe?
Absolutely.
All right. I just asked. That was the first time I asked him that.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we're-
I guess for people that don't know Ty, I mean, you've only been on our show a few times. Can you tell the listeners what you do for CNET?
So I actually review televisions and a bit of home theatre, and I actually sit right next to Jeff, so it sort of looks like we're looking through a mirror, the whole evil Jeff
That's
Bakalar
it.
thing.
Yeah.
I just look into the mirror and I'm all of a sudden speaking
Yeah.
with an accent.
And we do the whole...
we mime each other.
Don't touch each other, though. If you
No.
touch, the universe will implode.
That's it. That's the end of the world as we know it, for sure. So yeah, Ty's been here. How long have you been at CNET now? dude?
5 months yesterday, I think.
Time flies when you're
Yeah.
just hating life, huh?
Oh, come on.
we're
Go on.
kidding.
I've got to experience my first New York winter, so
Oh,
it's
and-
nothing
Well,
like a Sydney winter. But it's been quite mild this year, apparently.
Don't be mistaken. This
Oh.
winter was BS.
Yes.
Okay? We had, 4 inches total of snow? It's nonsense.
Yeah.
Next year, you're going to freak out.
Yeah.
I was telling Bridget Carey the same thing. I'm like, dude, 4 feet of snow, guaranteed.
Yeah.
We didn't
4
have
feet.
anything. It's been nothing.
No, like
Yeah.
2 days. I think once
Nothing.
on Halloween and then
Yeah.
once in December, and that was it.
Yeah.
It's 50 degrees today. What the F, man? Did you have, crazy winters down there or what?
It gets to about... I can't do the Celsius Fahrenheit conversion.
That's fine.
It's
Yeah.
weird. But it doesn't...
Nobody's
like
perfect.
today
Yeah.
is probably a typical Sydney winter day.
Okay, so mild.
Very mild, yeah.
Huh.
And they complain. Sydney people complain about weather.
Do they really?
They complain when they get weather because it's usually beautiful all the time.
Right.
When they
Right.
get weather, it's like, oh
One
my
cloud
God,
and-
it's weather-geddon.
Right.
Yeah.
Weather-geddon. Everyone stays indoors.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening with 404. We're going to have a lot of, the Frushticks of the world, the Guttenbergs of the world. Everyone's going to help us out. And we will be having a permanent replacement. Maybe we should do... Wait, hold on.
Who will be the next podcast idol?
Idol. Let's do podcast Idol. What do you
Or
think?
the voice. He just,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
turn around. There you go. Yeah. It's like, oh, I love this guy. I love this
Right.
person.
And you tell it's a joke. Or
Yeah.
we should test people's laughs. If they have a good laugh, then
Right.
maybe they can replace Wilson as
Maybe.
the resident giggler.
Yeah, and it'll help if you're a female.
Yes.
You are already at an advantage.
Yeah. That
No.
was, I mean, no, in all seriousness, though, I think we were throwing that idea around. We kind of want to get a
Yeah,
female
we
presence
do.
on the show.
We do want a female. Let's not lie.
It'd be great.
Let's not lie. All right, let's get into our show today. We got a lot to talk about. This is cool. I wanted to get to this last week in Arizona. All right, there is a bill on the table that takes aim at airbrushed advertisements.
Yes.
Okay, so anytime you see an ad,
Every time.
every time you see an ad, obviously it's photoshopped, it's doctored up a little bit, but Representative Katie Hobbs, a Democrat from Phoenix, she would like to require advertisers who alter or enhance a photo to put a disclaimer on that ad alerting customers that, quote, and this is like the line she wants at the bottom, quote, post-production techniques were made to alter the appearance in this advertisement. When using this product, similar results may not be achieved. It should just say will not be achieved.
Right.
Not that they may not be achieved. So
Right.
you get it. So if it's like a skincare product or a makeup or something like that, they want to basically say, hey, look, this is, Jennifer Lopez. Okay, you're never going to be Jennifer Lopez or anywhere, and you don't have Photoshop people helping you out every night and day.
Right.
So I don't know.
We actually talked about a story like this last year. I remember it was for a CoverGirl ad in a magazine, and it was the National Advertising Division forced Procter & Gamble, the guys who own that cosmetic company, to take down a mascara ad that said you would get 2 times more volume out of your eyelash mascara if you use them. And
so when you use it, you just weren't getting.
You clearly weren't getting 2 times the volume as much as what the advertisement showed. So
I meant you.
Me personally, I was not getting the volume I was looking for
on those eyelashes.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense.
But then they put a disclaimer on the bottom that said it was fake. I think that was considered false advertisement because the result wasn't the same as what.
Are we going to have these, disclaimers at the end saying can cause anal leakage, depression, suicidal thoughts in your mascara? That's what it's going to get to.
I think so. I think you're absolutely right. I think it's amazing that this stuff has been able to, these companies have been able to get away with this nonsense for so long. Let's get serious about it.
I'm going to play devil's advocate and say that even if this law did pass, which it never ever will.
Why won't it?
I don't think anyone from Congress would ever sign on to this.
If there's a little disclaimer that says professional driver, never attempt.
Yeah.
Okay? When someone's going off-roading in their Beetle.
Right.
Okay? I think the same sort of logic applies.
Yeah, but
to
there's not as
BS
much of an
Photoshop.
imminent danger as there is to life-threatening things like a car.
I beg to differ. If you have that much confidence in yourself, you could find yourself in a...
You could cause a needle stick injury if you get too close to someone.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, the goal, though, is to help like young women and young men with their self-esteem, right? Like, this is boosting their confidence and giving them a bad body image. But I don't think that mascara issues are the root of this problem, right?
No.
Like, if you get rid of magazine ads, it's not going to stop, things like last week's New York Fashion Week.
Of course not.
From doing runway models that give the same image to young people.
You're right.
I don't know. I don't think it'll make a difference.
I just am sick of Photoshop.
Yeah.
I think that's what it boils down to. I'm
agree.
sick of everything not looking how it looks in real life.
Yeah.
And everything you look at in print, on TV, on billboards, it's not reality. It's simply not reality.
But we know that.
I know we know that.
As people who are being advertised to, we
Sure,
know
you're
that
right.
it's not real.
You're right. But and you're just okay with that? You're never going to be like, damn the man, let's burn this down.
I don't know. I don't know if they're actually trying to push things at me particularly that require photoshopping and I get an unrealistic body image out of that.
You're right. It's primarily aimed at women. I think we can all agree with that, right?
Well, we also wear makeup, too, on the show.
Sometimes,
full disclosure,
depends,
so we're not
you know.
exempt from that.
They're like, shut up, Jeff, you big hypocrite.
Speaking of photoshopping, though, this story came out over the weekend. I thought it was pretty funny. This part of the story is not funny. Whitney Houston's funeral was in Newark on, I think, Saturday, right? And the Westboro Baptist Church was apparently there, according to their Twitter page. And the daughter of Pastor Phelps, Margie Phelps, posted this image of... can we show this picture? Because it has their hate signs and whatnot.
It's okay. Everyone knows how ridiculous they are.
All right, so they sent out this image that showed their picketing signs that are, pretty offensive. And, this was made to incite people's emotions and, get their message across. But it turns out, according to the New Jersey Star-Ledger newspaper, they confirmed that this was a doctored image. They weren't actually there. And,
no one was there.
No one was there from the Westboro Baptist Church, and that was confirmed by other people that were at the funeral. No one saw signs, so they had clearly photoshopped themselves into this picture.
So I got a what's worse for you, okay? What's worse, being a member of this bigoted, disgusting, neo-Nazi scumbag organization or being the dickhead that photoshops them into something like that? Like, what's worse?
Right. I think they did it internally, right?
You think they have like a full team of like talented Photoshop people?
Well, I mean, if you look at this picture, they're not exactly talented.
It's tough to
if you blow it up, it looks pretty doctored. I mean, the edges are blurred, and I don't know. I think anyone with a keen eye for this kind of thing could tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
You're
maybe
not
they're
fooling anyone.
They're maybe just getting lazy, right?
Yeah,
they're just getting like, we can either spend hundreds of dollars on that plane ticket to Newark, or we could just Photoshop ourselves into it. What do you say?
Just outsource this hate.
Yeah, then go grab a slice.
It's outsourced hate.
Is this one of the first televised funerals?
No.
Okay, I'm coming from Australia, which we don't televise court proceedings. We don't televise funerals.
Welcome
it seems
to
a bit
America.
Crass to me.
Isn't it?
That was a big Michael Jackson televised funeral.
Really?
I definitely agree. I agree with you. It is. It's messed up, but that's what we do here. We do
Is
stuff
it
like
messed
that.
up because they had celebrity performers like R. Kelly sang?
But
It
not
was a
for the
public-
benefit. But not for like. Well, okay. I would really, really be upset if there were like a lot of commercials and they sold the crap out of it, but I don't think they do. I think they just run it.
So it's still a tasteful
It's
funeral
like a
television.
4-hour block of just mourning,
Right.
which is whatever. But that's what we do here, man.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you love about our fine nation?
The accents.
Isn't that messed up though?
Yeah.
Yeah. No one and no one thinks twice about that.
Yeah.
Right? You think twice about? Oh,
What?
Freaking Kevin Costner's
The
gonna do
gravy
this.
boat in her bath thing, you know. Look at what was in her bath when she died.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
was really sort of
Upsetting.
black and
Yeah.
morbid.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear
You
that.
couldn't avoid that.
No. We love that. We gotta get it.
And not get enough of it.
Gotta get it. We gotta know everything about it.
Well,
Because
it's
that's what
Whitney
we do
Houston.
here.
She belongs to the people. Or her music
The
does.
children are our future.
The children are our future. Indeed. All right, well, let's move on. Jeff, what story is catching your eye here? We can talk about any of these.
This is really cool and something that I personally am involved in researching myself, and I had not come up with a way, but apparently the fine crack team at CNET How To has already come up with a way. We're talking about how to send a self-destructing email message.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like there's different kinds of ways to accomplish this.
Mm-hmm.
But is there any explosives involved in this regard? Or
There's
is
no
there-
fire.
there's no-
You don't need to break your computer afterwards.
It's not like, a timer goes off, I come over your house with a sledgehammer.
Yeah,
It's something like that. It's nothing like that, right?
Yeah. This also doesn't involve you going over to their computer and breaking it either. This is actually a how-to that Jason Cipriani from... Is it Cipriani? Maybe
I don't
Cipriani.
know. He's a new
Is he
dude.
Italian? Okay. Anyway, so it's a how-to that talks about this website called oneshar.es.
Okay.
One shares. And it basically lets you send emails to colleagues that will self-destruct after the URL is clicked on just once.
So it's not really an email as such.
So
So it's a message held in another site.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Which is kind of BS because once you see it, you could just cut and paste and then bam, you got it
Or
forever.
screenshot it.
Screenshot it, yeah.
Exactly. Or, I don't know, remember it. You know? Something
Right.
like that.
Use a pencil and write down
Just
whatever
be
you
like,
put
oh,
on
I get
there.
the gist of this statement. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is basically able to be recorded now. But this kind of takes away. It's pretty gimmicky.
It's gimmicky. I think
Really
the only good thing about it is that once it's gone off the internet, there is no legit documentation. I feel like, even if you cut and paste it, it's like, well, you cut and pasted that. I don't take your word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does sound pretty gimmicky.
I mean, they're saying that it's good for if you want to send financial information, like your social security number or bank info, and you don't want that to be copied down. Like Jeff just said, you could just simply write it down.
You could just
yourself.
simply remember it.
Yeah.
If you have a
Or
good
to
memory.
stop drunk emailing. I don't know if that's a thing. Drunk Facebooking, yes.
Yeah.
But drunk emailing, you'd have to remember the site URL and
Right.
It's a whole process.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could use this. Thinking if you really want to keep things private, just say it in person. Just say
Just
it in
whisper
person.
it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take one break. When we're done, we'll be back with Ty, and we'll get to some more stories. Also, we've got calls in our future and a lot more fun on the 404. So stick around. We will be right back.
This is the 404 MRFers, the show where we all sing songs. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the
Welcome back to the 404. Haven't had a good laugh like that in a while, gentlemen, not gonna lie.
I knew that you, of all people, Jeff, would love that.
Yeah.
You're so religious.
What the hell was this jumper thing?
So do you not know about stuff like that?
Well, it's some sort of weird Baptist church, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like evangelical, they flop around on the floor and do stuff
So
like
the
that.
shining scimitar of wool.
It's all Middle
Clear
Earth
the
in
evil
there.
out of them. I watched Religulous for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
last night.
yeah.
You like
So
that?
it's
Omar?
quite. I get it. I have a problem with. I'm not religious myself, but I have a problem with people like Richard Dawkins and Bill, whatever his name is,
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher, taking the opposite. What
opposite
you're
of
saying is
aggressive.
wrong. Yeah.
Right. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I think I'm in that vein. We can't get too much into it, but
Yeah.
Also-
Being preachy on either side, it
Right.
really puts people off.
And Bill Maher was attacking innocent people. He wasn't attacking people like we just saw in the video that were evangelicals, like clearly full of crap. Right?
Well,
Like, he was
I know,
attacking,
you can't say
he was
that.
attacking
If-
like
you gotta treat that
mothers
all the
and just-
same,
I know, but
you know.
he was being kind of mean about it.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes you got to be a little mean. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not totally against it, but I understand everyone's point of view on the subject.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back into today's stories.
Yeah, really quick,
Yeah,
Ty, I
sure.
wanted to ask you about this because now that you're on the show, I saw this video the other day. You posted a review of the Sony HMZ T1, and can we put this up on the
Yeah.
screen? Everyone should go and watch the video associated with the review because it's so awesome. It's hilarious. And can you tell us a little bit about this? It's like a heads-up display that you can watch TV within these goggles, but you can explain it better.
These things have been around for a long time.
Yeah.
And I sort of drew a parallel to, not in the video, but in the review itself, to the virtual reality headsets from
Yeah.
the 90s.
Right, right.
So I don't know why we need these things. I guess, the whole holodeck thing, it's real, it's not real, it's virtual reality. So essentially what these are is two OLED displays at a 720p resolution. So what the really good thing about it is that you can see 3D without any crosstalk. So that's not seeing any of that sort of weird ghosting effect between the images,
Right.
which really puts you off when you watch things like modern LCDs or
For sure.
plasma displays. So these are really good at doing that. Not very good at the focus because they've got these weird sort of like lenses in them that you had to move. So all of the outside of the display was all blurry.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it wasn't good for watching movies, but 3D games were awesome.
They were awesome, and I've been meaning to try it out. I just can't find 20 minutes to get out in the back there and do it. But still though, for gaming, I know you said it was heavy. The apparatus is heavy.
Yeah,
and
so
after
it's
a while,
like half a kilo. I don't know what that is in like pounds.
Yeah, I don't
Probably
know.
7 tons, something like that.
It's probably 3 tons, right?
Yeah.
But especially something like gaming where you want to be sitting down for a long
hours,
period
yeah.
of time.
After at 3 hours, it actually turns itself off.
Really?
Yeah. So
No
it's-
matter
You
what.
take a break.
Yeah.
No
pretty
matter
much.
what.
Yeah. You can turn that option off.
Right.
But, it just turns off
Right.
after 3 hours.
And then before you realize it, you cannot do anything but look at the ground.
Yeah.
Because your head is just weighed down.
lolling around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need some sort of scaffolding type structure to
Yeah.
hold it on, like maybe some sort of
Like Clockwork Orange
Yeah.
style.
Or what about-
clothespins on your eyes.
Or what about one of those like halo things that people wear when they mess their neck up real bad?
Oh, right.
You know,
like
maybe-
a neck brace.
brace.
Yeah,
sort
I
of
mean,
thing.
like, let's be honest. You're putting this ridiculous science fiction prop on your head as it is. It weighs too much. Why don't you give it like a shoulder mounted sort of thing? You know, you laugh though, but that's probably
like a travel pillow.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably the smarter
Yeah.
way to go about it.
This isn't meant for you to
Yeah.
actually walk around at the
No,
same time,
and that's a
right?
stupid thing. Like it should be used on the train
Right.
or on,
Right.
on a plane.
Sure.
Right.
And the funny thing is that the only thing they could recommend it for, apparently this is like an insider,
Yeah.
said it's really good for porn.
Oh my God! Yes,
that was
I didn't
Someone
know
at
that.
Sony apparently allegedly said this. It's really good for porn.
Oh, they didn't tell you that.
no,
Specifically.
I didn't. It's only third.
You didn't do
it's
personal
not
research
admissible
on
in the court
this.
of law or anything
Right,
like that.
In the court of CNET law.
But yeah, watching porn in this, I mean, it's
Well,
pretty
because
weird.
doesn't it display it to you on like a giant movie theater style screen?
Pretty much, yeah.
That must be
I'm just thinking about
scary.
how dangerous that would be.
Yeah.
Watching porn like
Yeah.
at your mum's place or something.
It's just like being, the end and you're blindfolded and
Right.
yeah, I think it's just You're playing a dangerous game there. You know, it's like pin the tail on a donkey, but not that kind of game that you want to be playing. You know what I mean?
It's just it's oogie.
It's oogie.
Yeah. But wait, I think what Justin was alluding to before is that we actually tried to use it in a public situation. Not watching porn, I will say.
Yeah.
But and Richard was actually there with me shooting it. So we went down into the subway, and I had like a headset thing, no headsets.
You were like going through the subway turnstile, and the looks on people's faces as
it's pretty good.
You're like walking through and like bumping into walls and things, and people looked horrified.
They should at least be able to have an option where you just like flick a switch and then bam, you just see through.
You can actually see under it. You can
that
see
helps.
under it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds safe. You should be you should drive with this thing on. Is basically what we're trying to say.
Or it'd be cool if it had an embedded camera or something that would display, a 360 view around you within the screen.
And it's just like a little lag. You know? They should invent that technology for like people who drive tanks and stuff like that.
Well, Google apparently got a heads-up display technology coming.
Oh, that's
really?
right.
Yeah, so
we talked about
maybe
that
they're talking about something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems like it's such a waste to just. I don't know. Sony does this all the time. They'll invent something that's like sort of cool and then just be like, "Here, use this." And you're like, "What am I? Why?"
Well, how much is it?
I think it was. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was like $700.
$700. Okay.
That's a lot of money, man.
Something I would just buy.
Now, is there a way to somehow equate it to a precise like screen size?
Apparently, it's 100 inches at 6 or 7 feet.
Okay.
So it's equivalent to like a 42-inch at about 3 or 4 feet.
Oh, wow. That's whatever happened. Don't sit so close to the TV, Ty. It's going to fry your brain.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? Sony's suggesting you wear it on your face. I don't know, man. I just don't know.
I want to try this. Do you still have it in the lab?
Yeah, still got it.
Yeah.
Right.
I should bring it in.
You should have. Yeah. We'll figure out
Someone's
something.
got to test with that porn thing.
I just want to play games on it. I ain't going to
Oh,
lie.
yeah, and it's good for that. It's really good for that.
What would you, that's just ridiculous. Tell us, Justin. There's a new phobia that's come into popular discussion.
You're
It's
gonna
called
hate this.
Nomophobia.
Nomophobia. Do you know where that came from?
I'm trying to
It's
break
the
it
fear
down.
of being without a cell phone.
Yeah.
And I forget what the linguistic tool it's called, but it stands for no mobile phobia.
Which doesn't make no mobile phonia.
Phonia, or that,
phobia.
which doesn't make sense because
It's presumably English or Australian because we call them mobile phones, not cell phones.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Only in America, though, could you ever have this sort of phobia, I feel like.
this is.
But people
really
do freak
crazy.
out when they don't have their phones with them.
Yeah, but do they freak out in the same way that someone who's claustrophobic feels if they, the fear of being in a aisle seat?
And something tells me that they're not. The fear isn't that they're going to be in an emergency situation where they'll need a phone and they don't have one.
Yeah.
I think their fear is like a fear of missing out. Like a fear of missing out on like what's going on Facebook or things that they can access on their phone.
Right.
It's more of. I'm pretty sure it's more of a social fear than a physical one.
And I don't know, man. I think it doesn't deserve the phobia suffix.
No. Well, you got to take it with a grain of salt because this came from it's kind of like a marketing type deal.
I get
it.
It
came from a survey from Secure Envoy.
I get that.
They're saying that they surveyed 1,000 people in the UK, so not a big sample size. 66% of those 1,000 people said that they have a fear of being without their phone. 70% of female respondents have that fear, compared to only 61% of males.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, it's sort of ridiculous because it's the same fear of like losing your car keys or something like that. Things you just need.
Well, you guys, I'm sure, have left your phone at home in the morning before going out for the day.
sucks.
And it feels weird, but I wouldn't say that I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm not going to cry over it.
Yeah.
Are they scared of losing it, leaving it at home, or scared when they have left it at home? It seems like a nebulous type of fear.
Yeah.
It completely is. Yeah, it's a fear of being without their phones in general.
And 1,000
so
people.
you got to read
You
more into
don't
that.
think about not having your phone with you, really.
Yeah.
Most of the time, except when you don't have your phone with you.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
It's a weird thing.
Do you guys do this? I know, Justin, you don't really drink a lot. Ty, you're
You're trying to out me as a...
no, I drink. You're fond of the drink.
I have had drinks, yes.
You ever, when you like wake up on a Sunday or a Saturday and like the first thing you do is you're like, oh, well, where's my phone?
I actually worried that I've locked... My front door has got a weird lock on it, so I do worry that I've left my keys in the front door.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
That shouldn't happen. But my oath, when I wake up, I'm like, crap. Where's my phone?
Yeah.
I don't even care about my wallet. It's where's my phone? I don't know where it is, and it's always in someone's jacket pocket or Stacy's
Someone
purse.
else's.
It's like someone. It's in a jacket pocket somewhere. Or it's in Stacy's purse, like behind. I can't stand that, and I wish. I know people. Just call it, but I don't know, man. That's like
because then if you don't have a phone, how can you?
Right. What do you do? You know?
Well, it depends. I mean, because there's one for Android, isn't there? There's like a Find My Phone type utility for
GPS locator.
Yeah.
Something
because
like
there
that.
is one for iPhone, which I have, and that's actually quite useful. I've used that a couple of times.
Where's the weirdest place you've left your phone?
Ooh.
I mean, I know mine right away.
Tell
Go
yours.
for it.
Yeah.
Mine,
us.
the freezer.
What?
Yeah, I left it in
Come
the.
on.
I'm
That's
not.
like finding a sock in the refrigerator. That's like the old
No,
adage.
no,
That's-
dude. I don't know what it was. And this is recent too. It was Fresh Direct was delivering. So the first thing that I must have been on the phone when they came to the door.
I know what happened.
And the first thing, relax. And the first thing, maybe. The first thing was, the ice. They give you ice cream. Anything that needs to be frozen, it's in a plastic bag, and they put that out because they're like, oh, right to the freezer with this.
Right.
And at some point during the exchange, I must have just, saved it a trip. And it went right into the freezer.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about it for like an hour.
Ooh.
The phone was fine, but
I know why you did it. To stop people cold calling you.
Wah, wah, wah.
He loves it.
He loves it.
Feeling himself. I love it.
Puns.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Not
That was like
bad.
very uncle humor. Like weird uncle humor.
Dad jokes. I did have a phone. It was like, the murder on the Orient Express. I had a phone stolen from me on a plane.
No way.
Yeah, like
While mid-flight?
actually when we landed, I took my phone out, turned it on, and must have stuck it on the seat next to me.
Yeah.
And someone's reached behind.
Are you
behind
sure?
Yes,
Or did
it
it
was
just
gone.
fall through the crevice?
No, it's gone.
See, when something like that happens, I say you tell the flight attendant, right, and be like, look,
It's only when I
someone's got
couldn't
the phone.
find it.
Yeah.
Like everyone
Oh.
had already started filtering off. I was like mad. Like I was the last person off the plane.
I would have blocked the exit.
Yeah,
to the
been like,
plane.
look,
no one's leaving.
One of you a-holes has my
Yeah,
freaking
I would
phone.
strip search all of you. Until I
You
get
could
my
like
phone.
call it, and then it rings in someone's bed.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Beat them up right then and there. What, is this yours? Guess not.
Yeah.
What a
I've been
ridiculous.
seeing a lot of people. I hate watching this. I saw it twice over the weekend. People leave their phones on their lap when they're driving, and when they exit the door, they get out and forget that it was on there, and the phone makes the worst sound in the world as it cracks on the concrete.
Yeah.
You guys seen that before? Like
I
getting out
have.
of taxi cabs and whatnot. I hate watching that.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
Painful and kind of funny at the same time.
Of course, especially if they're driving with it. I can't tell you how many times I see these, people. They're driving through Hoboken, and all they're doing is just on the phone, and they're only looking one way because traffic cannot come more than one way. But guess what? People can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And human beings are a lot more, prone to injury than another
Right.
car. And they're just looking the other way, and they go, and man, oh man. It's so many close calls, and I just, give them a little elbow to the hood, give them a nice little dent, maybe or
What?
something. No,
You don't do that.
But I should.
Tough guy over here.
Tough guy. That
Gets
would
all
be
Thai
messed up.
boxing on there.
Yeah, right. Bam. This is happening now. We'll take one more break. When we get back, some calls, and we'll finish things up here on Tuesday with Ty. Stick around. 404 continues right after this. All right, welcome back. Speak of the devil.
You lock justice.
Yeah, it's He did that with his lock, huh?
Oh, really?
I couldn't
wasn't
tell
his
if he
bare
had his
hand?
luck. He might have. I mean, you could do it. So we just watched a video of a cyclist that got cut off by a car. The car came pretty close to him, almost knocked him off the bike. To retaliate, cyclist rode next to him, knocked off the side view mirror.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
a little,
seeing that.
it's a little much. I could understand if he did get hit and injured.
Right, but he came close enough. No, not justified.
I don't like road rage as a cyclist myself, and you're a cyclist
Yeah.
as well, Justin. I don't tolerate that when cyclists
Yeah,
become
me neither.
assholes. I don't
You know
like
why?
that.
Because
Yeah.
it gives a bad name to all cyclists.
Absolutely,
And God
for
knows
sure.
what that driver is going to do to the next innocent
Right,
biker he
right.
sees. In the
You know, it's as if people with fold-up bikes and the high-vis sweaters don't look ridiculous enough.
Reflectors everywhere.
Please leave these people
And
alone.
the little flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have people with flags here? I don't know.
Yeah. We
yeah,
have like
flags.
people with reflectors on the flag that kind of
Yeah.
makes sure that drivers can see them.
Yeah.
Not me though.
Yeah, let's talk about real quick with Zed. This is
Zed.
funny because I didn't know this, and it just sort of went over my head. when
Yeah,
you
So,
said
same.
it.
the little 3D visor, we were just talking in the break, the 3D visor that I reviewed, in Australia, I would call it the what was it?
It was
I
the
can't even remember.
HMZ T1 is
can we
the name.
also-
HDZ T1.
Can we also address how you say H?
H.
So
okay.
you're giving the
It's got two H's in it.
Well, so it makes the sound of the H.
So it's onomatopoeia.
yeah.
letter,
That's like
yeah.
Yeah.
HATCHE.
Yeah.
I like that.
H.
H.
Cool whip.
HMZ. You said Z instead of the Z, which I think
Z,
none of us
yeah.
caught up on.
Z. Like Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
That does. That
Right.
makes no sense to me either. But
Oh, from Pulp Fiction.
oh, okay. okay,
Zed's dead.
yeah,
Zed's
all right.
dead.
So
Got
Z is how you say the letter Z.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can
Absolutely.
you want to fix that for us?
Was
or-
No.
that like an
Pretty
army?
much.
Was that like when you're in the military, you go like Hector, Mary, Zed? Is it something like that, or do you
a
always?
zebra, isn't it? Zebra.
Yeah, it's gotta be
Or do you
zebra.
always say Zed for Z?
Yeah, absolutely. Zed.
Okay.
It's
didn't
an
know that.
Australian thing. Yeah, yeah. But what I find really funny is the way that Americans pronounce letters,
Yeah.
like CES, or it's that really, like in Australia we'd say CES.
Yeah, I say
we'd sort of-
CES.
What's really funny is the what is it? The HTC3GLTE.
Yeah.
It's really robotic.
How do you want us to say it?
Oh, it's 3GLTE.
Well, yeah, because that makes sense. You
I don't
bogan.
know how I'd pronounce
You
it. but
bogan.
You dirty
You
bogan.
friggin' bogan.
Is that how a bogan says it?
Bogan. G'day.
HTC. I like that.
HTCLG3T. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot of letters.
Yeah.
It's pretty silly.
And I'm in, as we all are in some of these product names are quite long
Oh, yeah.
and have lots of letters in them.
Especially televisions. I think televisions. Have
Yeah.
the worst.
What's up with
They're
that?
like
worst
phone
with that.
numbers.
Don't you think it's time for these guys to get together and just do, even though it is ridiculous how cell phones all have these silly names,
Yeah.
maybe it's time to start doing that with televisions as
The
well.
Greg, the Lionel.
Just call it, the Bobby. Just
human-
get the new
yeah,
Sony
like-
Bobby. I don't know about naming them people, but,
Yeah.
these abstract sort of like,
Right.
don't
as
you think
much
it's
as I-
time?
Sapphire.
Yeah, exactly. I know
The
it's lame.
illusionment.
It's lame, but at the same time, it's not GXP952HE.
And it's functional too. Like with Android operating systems, they all go alphabetically, so you know what chronological order they came out in.
Right.
I like that. That serves a different purpose aside from having a silly
All right,
name.
but either way,
TV should have that.
Maybe it's time to start, re-examining nomenclature for television.
Yeah.
Especially with Sony, because they've only got about 10 models total
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
year. So they could call each one, the Sapphire, the
The
knee.
Gary.
The knee.
The knee.
The
Leo.
Sony knee. No, that doesn't make sense.
Nah, they'd have to readjust. Yeah, that Vizio could do that maybe.
Yeah. See, I'm just taking a quick look at the CNET top HD TVs, and look at these. It's like Pro X5.
You got a robotic arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, BND 8000 series. It's ridiculous.
It is
And then they have
crazy.
sub names for the different screen sizes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a 46 in it or a 40.
Yeah.
The worst is you're on the phone with, customer service. Okay, sir, what's the model number of your TV? Hold on and let me reach around this goddamn
So they
thing.
got the paper.
Yeah, it's like,
screen
oh no,
that.
I have the Panasonic,
55
Chief
LW
or
9800. That's a real LG TV.
yeah,
That's
it's
not
crazy.
a joke.
It's crazy. It's too many.
Too many.
Too many.
problem.
I guess it's a simple fix, though.
Yeah.
All right, calls from the public time.
Time to show the love. 866-404-CNET.
404.
So as everyone's now aware, Wilson is no longer with us. He's alive. He's
Rest in
alive.
peace, Wilson.
He's just not on. He's not at scene. He left.
Mhm.
Just want to make that very clear. So apparently people are, we're getting still a lot of calls, even though he's gone. We can't really, sort of weird if we play them now.
Yeah.
If they're like goodbye calls, he's gone.
Right.
And
there's no way he's going to listen to this show after he left.
And that ship has sailed.
He's not going to hear it.
But there is something to address in terms of maybe what he's left behind.
Hey, Jeff, it's Joey from Nevada calling. I was wondering, maybe it's too late, but possibly Wilson left behind some artifacts that might be worth giving to the 404 fans, like perhaps some business cards or beer cans or uneaten chicken feet, pocket lint, or signed pictures of Steve Jobs. You can give me that.
I'm pretty sure he wouldn't leave that behind. But everything else, maybe.
It's a specific laundry list, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's very specific. What else do you know about him, Joey?
It's weird.
No, I haven't been in his office yet.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to steal it.
You can't get in because of all the chicken feet.
Yeah.
That litter the floor.
I went into Wilson's office after he left for the day on Friday.
Yeah.
And it just looked cleaner. And Richard, you can back me up on this because you actually work in the same area as him.
It's still full of stuff.
It's still
just
full
a little
of
bit
stuff.
cleaner.
Yeah, like his cube looks now like it should have looked the entire time he worked here.
Yeah.
It just cleaned up the mess.
That's
so
fine.
I don't know whose all that stuff is, but someone needs to clean that up.
Yeah, I mean, let's get on that.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Richard, are you moving to that office or what? Did you stick a claim on that?
No, I think Mark might.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Well then, may the best man win.
I was gonna say I'd have to fist fight Mark for it, but we know who would win that fight.
Yes.
Me. No, I'm kidding. Man, it wouldn't even be a contest.
It would decimate you.
It would just literally rip me in half.
Yeah.
Straight down the middle.
Dust.
Straight down the middle. It would look like some fatality from Mortal Kombat. All right, next call, and maybe Ty can help us decipher this.
Okay.
Hey 404, this is Nathan calling from Australia. I was just calling to see if you guys picked up on the new Mountain Lion advert that Apple released. That if you look closely, there's only one appearance of the MacBook Pro and yet 27 appearances of the MacBook Air. What do you think this is saying about the future of laptop lines? Anyway, love the show. See ya.
What did he say, Ty?
Well, we don't have mountain lions, so I don't know what he was talking about. We don't actually have any sort of indigenous cats left. We killed them all.
Did you really?
Yeah. The last one died in like 1926. So,
Good riddance then.
Jeez.
so what's it like having indigenous cats?
We what? Is
You
that?
got
I thought we were talking
mountain
about
lions
Apple.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Did you not hear what he said?
No, I did.
All right.
I got stuck on an
You got
indigenous
stuck on the
cat
whole
thing.
feline thing. I get it.
Totally got sidetracked there for a second.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
want to talk about cats, I'm your man, though.
No,
We can
they're
talk about that
awesome,
after the show.
You and
Pumas
Justin could
stuff.
go on for days.
Because
about
pumas
that.
and mountain lions are the same thing, apparently.
Puma. You say Puma too.
Puma.
What is it?
Puma.
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 Puma, like the shoe
It's got,
brand.
like poo in it.
Yeah,
it's
that
a
is kind of
puma.
gross.
Puma.
A Puma.
I think I like the Australian
I
accent
do
better
too.
than the American accent. I'm
Yeah.
gonna start saying Zed.
of a man. The speed of a puma. I like that. I like that.
Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah,
Is that-
there you go.
Okay.
So Air. That's what he's talking about.
He's talking about.
So he was talking about the commercial that they came out for Mountain Lion.
Right.
And he's saying that they showed a lot more MacBook Air laptops than they did, what was it? Just
the actual
iMacs.
Pro.
Yeah,
or showing the
Mac
actual Pro. Yeah.
Which is what it should exist
They're talking
on.
about getting rid of the Pro anyway. That's been
yeah,
a rumor
maybe
for a
that's
while.
why they're starting
Yeah.
to phase that out.
I think the writing's on the wall. I think if you really think about it, and just look at the cold hard facts of performance and what these benchmarking results are when you compare the top of the line Pro and the top of the line Air.
Right.
There's it's a negligible difference. I think they are on their way out. I don't think a CD drive, a DVD drive, even a Blu-ray drive is as attractive to the average consumer
Right.
as it used to be.
I think those users would prefer more USB ports than any of those
Yeah.
things. Just give them a few more of those.
I agree too. I think the Air needs a few more of those. I also think the Air could use, I guess if you take away the actual moving disk drive, right, and you pop in that SSD, you're getting an incredible speed boost when you do stuff like that. So figure out a way to make that more affordable, because I feel like that's the one thing that's making the Air just too much money.
Right.
I would love to get one, but they're just too much. I want to get a top of the line one, and once you break past that entry level one, you're spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
So for me, I want that terabyte SSD drive.
SSD drives are coming down, though. I remember
Yeah.
even 2 years ago, Intel came out with the first laptop SSD, and we tested it here at CNET. It was $600. And
it was, what, 2 gig or something
yeah,
crazy?
I think it was like 3 or 4 gigs, which is nothing for a laptop. You need way more than that. So I think you're going to probably see them go down in the next
All right.
years.
Well, I'll take your word for it.
Also, Ty, to get off this subject really quick, chat room's asking you to say Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Oh, well,
That's
normal.
easy.
That was
There wasn't anything fun
Come
about
on,
that at
say
all.
it weirder. No.
Jaguar.
Oh, look at the freak.
What? Did I hear you say the Foster's commercial this morning, and then you also dropped a
Foster's?
put another shrimp on the Barbie?
You did, man.
Because we don't say shrimp in Australia.
I
As Nathan
know.
will
Yeah.
back me up, we
Yeah.
don't say shrimp. We say, what do we even say? Prawns.
Prawns.
Prawn. Nathan,
Nathan
my
the caller.
mate from Australia who just called.
Yeah, the caller.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought
he'll
like-
back me up.
So
I
why did
know
you
him.
say that this morning then?
I know.
I had headphones on. I was listening to music, and then all of a sudden Tyson
Put another
sits in
shrimp
cube
on the
next to you.
barbie.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
I never heard anyone from Australia
I
say
cracked
that.
up.
No,
No,
we don't. We
no.
don't say that.
No.
That's
What do you
nice.
think? What do you,
Crack open a Foster's and put a shrimp on the barbie.
That's not a noise.
and no one drinks Foster's.
It's
no,
a
no.
noise.
Only British backpackers drink Foster's.
Yeah, we can't be involved with those type of people.
No.
No, absolutely not. All right, well, Ty, thanks so much for being here, man. Always
Cheers,
a
guys.
pleasure. I'm sure we'll have you on much more often now that you'll hopefully help us fill that
Bring the
void.
Australian perspective.
Yeah, we're learning a lot of stuff today.
It's good stuff.
Cheers,
All right.
guys.
Thanks, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. I believe Mark Lasea is going to be on
Ooh, he
tomorrow,
hasn't
so
been
that'll be a
on
lot of
in a
fun.
while.
He hasn't been on in months. 866-404-CNET's the number to call. If you want to email us, that's okay. The404@cnet.com. Check out the blog and links to the bathroom break videos every day.
Oh, yeah.
That's the404.cnet.com. And follow Ty on Twitter while you're at it, too. What's your handle, dude?
T. Pendlebury.
All right.
See you, Pendlebury. Be sure to add me and Jeff on Twitter. You can find those on the link. And be sure to unfollow Wilson on
Right.
Twitter
Yes, just,
as well.
You know, we're really cutting them off here. So
Nobody leaves us.
no, yeah, you can't sell out and not face the repercussions. So
Exactly.
deal with that.
Big thanks to Richard as well for switching for us today.
Absolutely.
Really
I like
appreciate
this. You
that.
did a great job, man. Thanks for being here, buddy.
You're welcome.
We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, I'm Jeff Bacalar.
I'm Ty Pendlebury.
And I'm Justin Yu.
It's the 404 High Tech Lowbrow. Have a great Tuesday. Be back tomorrow. See ya.